What's up everyone, I'm Gooshy, and in this video we're going to be going over everything you need to know about HOOD Outlaws and Legends. If you're a fan of any of the Assassin's Creed games, I really think that this game will pique your interest. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so HOOD is an online heist game where 2 teams of 4 battle it out for treasure. Your main objectives are mostly PvE focused, but since there's an opposing team with the same goal as you, you'll also have to watch out for enemy players, adding a PvP element to it. So first, let's go over what the PvE objectives are. As the main objective is to find and get away with the treasure, there are several requirements needed for this to happen. The treasure is first locked up in a vault, placed at random locations each game. This vault also needs a key to be open, which is held by the sheriff, also spawned at a random location on the map. The sheriff is a very strong NPC that cannot die and can one-shot you. So your first main objective is to find the sheriff and steal the key. Along with the sheriff, there will be NPC knights that you'll either have to slip past stealthily or to take out to clear a path. Once the key is taken, your next goal is to find the vault. Again, this could be at a random place on the map, so again you'll have to navigate through a bunch of enemies to find and extract the treasure. Once this happens, all guards will be on high alert, making it that much harder to escape. From here, there'll be multiple extraction points, which you'll have to get to, and then defend that position until the chest is winched out. At this point, the sheriff will be attacking you, as well as another team. As you complete each of these objectives, the enemies will be notified when the key is taken and the vault is unlocked, depending on how stealthy your team was. So if you alerted any guards or triggered any alarms, this will affect if the enemy knows where the locations of the key or the vault are. So a very important part of this game is stealth, and that's why I'm really interested in this game. It really reminds me of the old Assassin's Creed games, where stealth was an important part of gameplay. And what I really like about HOOD Outlaws and Legends is that it takes elements from the newer Assassin's Creed games, specifically all the perks and abilities that are available. And this is portrayed by the 4 different classes that you can play. At launch, there'll be 4 different classes: the Hunter, the Ranger, the Brawler, and the Mystic. I'm only going to go briefly into these classes in this video, but if you want to learn more, I'll be making another video going in depth, showing off each of their abilities, and giving my opinion on which class is the best, depending on what situation you're in. So to start off with the Ranger, its main weapon is the longbow. This is the long-range sniper class who provides a bunch of utility for the team. The Ranger can tag enemies, has an evasive dodge, has a flash grenade, and finally has an ultimate called Farsight, which is basically a big AoE explosive arrow. Next is the Hunter. The Hunter's main weapon is a burst fire crossbow and really excels at stealth and quick takedowns. The Hunter has the ability to throw a smoke bomb, which distorts vision and blocks sight. The Hunter's ultimate ability is called the Shroud. This makes you near invisible and lets you slip past guards undetected. Next up is the Brawler. The Brawler is your close range melee attacker. The Brawler's ability is an explosive bomb. This does a bunch of damage and can even one-shot the sheriff. The Brawler's ultimate is called Wrath. This gives you unlimited stamina and increased durability. Finally, the last class is the Mystic. The Mystic is your support class, which has a ranged melee attack with the Flail. The Mystic's gear item is Poison. This unleashes a toxic cloud, which drains stamina and obscures vision. The Mystic's ultimate ability is called Instinct. This allows the Mystic to see enemies through walls for a short amount of period. Along with all these different classes and abilities, what makes gameplay dynamic and different for each match are the perks that you equipped. Each class can equip 3 different perks, which either change your ability or your passive traits to make different builds that truly fit your playstyle. And to change up the gameplay even further, there'll be 5 different maps that you can play on, currently at launch. The first is the Graveyard, centered around a church, centered around a burial site. Next is Marshland, previously a city called Middleton, which was taken over by the state and flooded with water from Lake Grimwith. The third map is Coastal. This is a fortress built on a peninsula taken over by the state. Next is the Citadel, previously known as Fountaindale, but currently taken over by the state, renamed to Lionsdale, and holds a bunch of the state's forces. The fifth and final map is Outpost, previously a travelers and trade route. It's heavily covered in forest, which then was taken over by the state, but now charges travelers a toll to cross the 2 bridges. Finally, there will be a 6th map, Mountain, which will be released shortly after launch. Next, let's go over what you do when you're not in combat. After completing a match and gaining rewards from heists, you'll visit your hideout. From here you have 2 options. One is to give money back to the people which will increase the range of items available to you in shops, or you can use those rewards to improve your character skills and perks. This game will be a live service game, so there will be constant updates giving us additional classes and an additional game mode. This is something I'm really excited for, because if they add like a PvP deathmatch mode, it'll be super fun to practice engagements against other players. With the additional game mode, there'll also be custom lobbies. This means that you can squad up with 3 other friends to look for matches together. There'll also be a PvE only mode where you and your friends could load into a map without an opposing player team, so you can build strats, learn spawn locations, or just practice using your skills. As you play throughout the game, there will be skill-based matchmaking, so games will be a little bit more fair. However, there isn't going to be a ranked mode at launch. Focus Home Entertainment did say that if the demand is there, then they'll consider making it. Along with all the updates, there is also a battle pass system, which personally I really like, because this means that there'll be constant updates and something to go after. I want to make this clear that this is different than microtransactions. Focus Home Entertainment has said that there will not be microtransactions, and all the cosmetics in the game can be acquired through the battle pass system or free seasonal challenge events. These community events will be available for a limited time throughout each season, giving us unique rewards from what it seems like community-based objectives. I'm all about my cosmetics, so more things to chase after and collect is always a plus for me. Finally, let's go over some frequently asked questions, which Focus Home Entertainment has answered. The base game only costs $30. However, you can also purchase the Year 1 edition, which includes the base game and the Year 1 Battle Pass, costing $50. This game is available on all platforms, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC through the Steam and Epic Store. With all these multiple platforms, there will be crossplay. However, it is pretty limited. They've said that you can matchmake against other teams on different platforms, but you can't party up with people from other platforms. The reason for this is to reduce queue times and remove the requirement of creating a HOOD account. So all your progression will be confined to your platform ecosystem. Next, there will be dedicated servers with server locations in North America West, North America East, Europe, and Asia. The game can be preloaded before launch. It will be 20 gigs on Steam, 15 gigs on PlayStation and Xbox One, and 30 gigs for Xbox Series X. Finally, if you pre-order the game, you will have early access on Friday the 7th. For PC, it'll be available 12 AM Paris time, and for consoles, Friday the 7th at your local time. And with that, I think I covered everything you need to know at a high level about HOOD, Outlaws, and Legends. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you learned something, please drop a like and consider subscribing, as I will be creating a bunch of content on this game. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one, and GG.